Are you looking for 20 best places to visit in Europe for an unforgettable vacation? Get stimulated to plot a holiday like no different with the aid of using Taking a Better Have a Take a Observe our rundown of the first-class locations to go to in Europe. And permit that wanderlust inner you are taking the reins of your feelings as you fall in love with the awe of this various continent and the whole lot it has to offer. To greenback the fashion of the conventional summertime season visitor season, we've unfolded our first-class locations to go to out throughout a whole calendar, supplying you with a few super holiday spots and reviews to pick from irrespective of what time of year you need to travel. Here is the list of 20 best places to visit in Europe for an unforgettable vacation. 1. Tallinn, Estonia. If you're searching out an area wherein the first-rate Christmas surroundings lasts properly into the brand newer, Tallinn is one in every of your first-class choices. The walled antique city has a mystical surroundings in wintry weather whilst the snow covers the rooftops and the festive lighting embellish the alleys and squares. The Christmas markets in Tallinn are open till the give up of the primary week of January so that you can nonetheless sense the festive vacation vibes. If you don't make it in time, you may nonetheless revel in the picturesque antique city, cross-ice skating on the rink in the front of St. Nicholas Church, and revel in heartwarming food. 2. Kiruna, Sweden. In the Swedish Lapland, Karuna is an adorable location to go to in January, whilst the Karuna Snow Festival is celebrated. The pageant takes location over the past weekend of January with inside the middle of Karuna, with many sports for adults and children, from artwork exhibitions and live shows to ice skating and canine sledding. There's something for each flavor. Arguably, the maximum expected occasion is the Karuna International Snow Sculpture Competition, which sees artists from all around the globe coming to the town to exhibit their remarkable sculptures. Another well-known occasion to keep your eye out for is the Snowblower World Championship, which sees contestants pushing a snowblower by a 20-meter lengthy snow heap. Aside from attending the pageant, touring Kiruna in January additionally manner excessive risk of seeing the northern lighting. And when you have greater time, make certain to go to the Sami Open Air Museum to find out about the Sami tradition and notice the reindeer. 3. Venice, Italy. One of the maximum well-known carnivals with inside the globe is cause sufficient to go to Venice in February. While the climate might not be as warm as with inside the summertime season, the complete town comes collectively for the largest celebration of the year with parades, contests, and lots of activities taking location at the streets and canals of Venice. The Carnival of Venice dates to the 11th century and is one of the oldest with inside the global. It typically takes location for almost the complete month of February. This is likewise the first-class event to shop for a conventional Venetian masks and put on it in style. 4. Tenerife, Spain. There are fundamental motives for touring Tenerife in February. Firstly, you get to break out the bloodless climate with inside the relaxation of Europe to revel in excellent temperatures. And secondly, you may witness the liveliest carnival with inside the Canary Islands in Santa Cruz de Tenerife. The carnival takes location each February and is some of the maximum crucial ones with inside the global. An occasion you ought to now no longer omit is the outlet parade, which historically takes location at the Friday earlier than the begin of the carnival. One of the first-class matters approximately celebrating the carnival of Santa Cruz is the high-quality climate that accompanies it, making it even extra enjoyable. When you're now no longer sorting out the parades and different carnival activities, you may discover the lovely trekking trails or maybe visit the seaside in Tenerife South. 5. Tromsø, Norway. One of the first-class locations to witness the Northern Lights is Tromsø, with inside the some distance north of Norway. Northern Lights season runs from October to March, so that you might also additionally need to go to at the start of the month for a better risk to peer the well-known spectacle. March additionally has an excessive risk of snow, so that you'll get to revel in the wintry weather landscapes too. Aside from aurora hunting, you may additionally take a ship excursion across the fjords, cross husky sledding, cross on a reindeer excursion, and test out the museums, just like the Polar Museum, wherein you may find out about the records of Tromsø. 6. Dubrovnik, Croatia. If Dubrovnik may be unbearably warm and crowded in summertime season, March is a high-quality month to discover the lovely Croatian town with fewer vacationers and excellent temperatures. Enjoy a walk across the UNESCO-detailed old town, cross for a stroll at the town walls, and take with inside the first-rate view from the Lovridenak Fortress. For a few extra beautiful perspectives of the town and the coast, take the cable automobile to Dubrava Observation Point or hike up. And don't overlook to move on an excursion to find out about the Game of Thrones filming locations. 7. Paris, France. Paris is usually a high-quality concept at any time of year. However, spring is one of the first-class instances to go to the French capital. Not simplest do you enjoy the town without the same old summertime season crowds. However, the spring surroundings with the blooming timber provides a mystical contact to an already lovely town. You can enjoy the sight of the Eiffel Tower framed with the aid of using the cherry blossoms in Champ de Mars, discover the inventive community of Montmartre, and opt for a non-violent stroll at Père Lachaise Cemetery, wherein you'll additionally locate many blossoming timber. Don't overlook to pay a go to the fabulous Jardin du Luxembourg, and, of course, to the Louvre and Musée d'Orsay. 8. Athens, Greece. If you need to revel in excellent climate and go to a number of the maximum well-known landmarks in Greece's historic town without being beaten with the aid of using crowds, then head to Athens in April. With the exception of Easter, April is a high-quality month to revel in a much less crowded enjoy with inside the town. But in case you do need to go to at some stage in the Easter holidays, you may get to pattern conventional baked items and maximum bakeries round city. The blossoming timber, blue skies, and best temperatures make for lengthy walks across the town, picnics with inside the parks, and hikes on Philippapu Hill. And of course, you may omit the risk to go to the global famed Acropolis. 9. Berlin, Germany. May is a high-quality month to go to maximum European capitals. The excellent climate and flora in bloom are simply more than one motives for that. But if you can simplest pick one capital to peer in May, Berlin is one in every of your first-class choices. There is a lot happening in Berlin on the give-up of spring. The cherry blossoms might also additionally nonetheless be in bloom. The climate is best for sightseeing, and lots of activities take location all around the town. Listen to jazz tune on the X-Jazz pageant, take benefit of the International Museum Day, and attend Berlin Design Week. One of the maximum awaited activities is the Carnival of Cultures, wherein Berlin comes collectively to have a good time cultural diversity. On Pentecost Sunday, you may additionally attend the parade in Kreuzberg, with hundreds of floats filling the streets. 10. Amsterdam, Netherlands. Fields of tulips, excellent climate, and longer days are simply three of many precise motives to go to Amsterdam in May. This is the sunniest month in Holland. However, temperatures aren't but very excessive. The town is likewise now no longer too crowded, so it's a great stability of fewer traffic and precise climate. Although the reputable Festival of Tulips typically takes location round April, you may probably nonetheless locate them in early May. Late spring is likewise high quality for walking alongside the canals, happening a cruise, and sorting out the museums. Pay a go to the classics like Van Gogh Museum or Anne Frank House, and test out the extra latest Moco Museum. 11. Rome, Italy. Right earlier than colleges near, and hundreds of vacationers begin flooding the streets of Rome. The primary half of June is a high-quality time to go to the Eternal City. If you're lucky, the climate may be simply proper to stroll round in a tea blouse and revel in all of the activities taking location with inside the town in summertime season. Walk across the historic middle to peer the squares and fountains, test out the pop-up eating places and little artisan shops alongside the Tiber River, and watch a film on the open-air cinema on Isola Tiberina. Early June is likewise high quality to nonetheless revel in the rose garden close to Circus Maximus, with hundreds of kinds of roses in complete bloom. 12. Lisbon, Portugal. From overdue May to early June, Lisbon's streets are colored red from the jacaranda timber in complete bloom. This is a mystical time to go to the Portuguese capital. Lots of activities take location in Lisbon in June. Every weekend, Out Jazz Festival fills Lisbon's maximum lovely parks with tune and precise vibes as locals and vacationers take a gap at the grass to pay attention to tune and revel in a drink. June is likewise the month of the Santos Populares. The town celebrates the customer saint, Saint Anthony, in addition to Saint Peter and Saint John. Lisbon locals take those festivities very severely and have a good time for almost a whole month. The slender alleys of Alfama are decorated with colorful decorations, the barbecues are set out of doors to grill the sardines, and the beer flows continuously at pop-up bars and stands all around the town. 13. Provence, France. If you've got ever visible a photo of Provence in summertime season, there's a totally risk it became one with lavender fields stretching as some distance as the attention can see. From mid-June to mid-July is the first-class time to peer the lavender fields in complete bloom. Check them out with inside the Valençol Plateau, close by the village of Salt, or with inside the Luberon Valley. While you're riding round Provence, make certain to prevent at a number of the maximum fascinating towns and cities like Aix-en-Provence, Gourdes, Cassis, Avignon, Saint-Rémy-de-Provence, and Arles. If you're a wine lover, make sure to consist of a wine excursion on your itinerary. 14. Iceland. Provence isn't always the simplest vicinity whose fields flip red in summertime season. July is the first-class month to revel in lupin fields in Iceland. The island Usava gives a number of the maximum particular landscapes in Europe, lovely in each wintry weather and summertime season. July is one of the first-class months to revel in a number of Iceland's herbal landmarks surrounded with the aid of using the red lupin fields. Check out Skagafoss Waterfall, Vatnajökull National Park, and the environment of Reykjavik and Vik. This is likewise the month to enjoy the midnight sun or polar day whilst the solar by no means completely units. 15. Edinburgh, Scotland. While maximum of important, and southern Europe swelters beneath the acute August warmth, you may break out to the northernmost countries, wherein the temperatures are excellent, and you've got better probabilities of warding off the same old rain. This units the degree up well for Edinburgh, one of the UK's maximum lovely towns. Of course, you have to hold in thoughts that August is a famous month for travel, so everywhere in Europe can have better visitor numbers than usual. However, the Scottish capital is well known in August for its many festivals, the maximum well known being the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, with loads of suggests starting from comedy to theatre, and circus occurring all around the town. This is likewise the month of the Edinburgh International Book Festival and Royal Edinburgh Military Tattoo. You also can test out the Edinburgh International Festival devoted to all matters theatre, opera, and ballet, and the Edinburgh Art Festival, which explores special types of visible artwork at numerous venues, maximum for loose. 16. Dublin, Ireland. August is one of the first-class months to go to Dublin in case you need to take benefit of the warm, sunny climate. Enjoy taking walks across the town and exploring landmarks just like the Christ Church Cathedral, St. Patrick's Cathedral, and Dublin Castle, or spend a day with inside the park at St. Stephen's Green. To revel in beautiful perspectives of the cliffs simply out of doors Dublin, do the coastal stroll from Bray to Greystones, kind of hours of taking walks and taking with inside the splendor of the Irish coastline. If you're up for an afternoon journey, test out the Kilkenny Arts Festival, simply an hour and a half of from Dublin town middle. 17. Barcelona, Spain. A journey to Barcelona is usually a very good concept. However, September is one of the first-class months to get a flavor of the way locals have a good time their maximum loved festivities. In September, La Mer brings locals and traffic to the streets for round 5 days of non-prevent partying. You can see a number of the maximum lovely monuments illuminated with the aid of using mild suggest. Watch the castlers create a human tower, test out the Giants Parade, and take part with inside the Hearth Place run amongst different sports. September is likewise a high-quality month to discover the town, with the summertime season warmth long past and extra excellent temperatures. Walk alongside La Rambla, loosen up at the seaside at Barcelona, and test out Park Güell. 18. Santorini, Greece. With maximum traffic flocking to the Greek islands in summertime season, September can be higher to revel in a barely much less crowded Santorini. The Aegean island is one of the maximum romantic locations to go to in Europe, with the hilltop cities overlooking the ocean. And breathe, taking sunsets. Explore the maximum well-known city of Oia with its whitewashed homes and blue dome churches. Go to the Akrotiri archaeological site, revel in dinner with a coastal view, and test out the lovely seashores. The climate in September remains high quality for swimming and sunbathing. 19. Krakow, Poland. Krakow is surely one of the maximum lovely towns in Poland, and October is one of the first-class months to go to. Temperatures are typically nonetheless excellent at some stage in the day, and the foliage changes, so touring the parks and gardens is a have-to. In October, there also are lots of activities happening, just like the Unsound Festival, devoted to present-day tune and visible arts, and the International Book Fair. Another have-to in Poland is making an attempt nearby Polish food, just like the well-known pierogi, preferably packed with mushrooms that are in season with inside the fall. 20. Madeira, Portugal. Good climate and less crowds make October one of the first-class months to go to the Portuguese island off the coast of Morocco. Madeira is packed with high-quality trekking trails, lovely seashores, herbal pools, and fascinating little cities. Explore the capital Funchal, hike to Pico do Arieiro, and test out the seashores and coastal walks. A high-quality cause to go to Madeira in October is the Nature Festival. For 1 week, you'll locate masses of loose activities all around the island so that it will permit you to participate in sports combining sports, activities, and nature. You can attempt trekking, mountain biking, surfing, and lots extra.